The Dean Blundell Show. Wake up! Mornings. Wake up. On the Edge.
You know, when you grow up a young child in Alberta, I was a huge Oilers fan. I hated the Flames. Man, I hated the Flames. They gave me fits.
You too.
One of the all-time great Flames and great hockey players to lace up the skates. Good Canadian boy. THEO FLEURY is here, everybody.
What a pleasure.
Awesome. Thank you.
Nice to see you.
You too.
You look great.
Thanks. Yeah.
Healthy, happy, everything good?
Yeah, everything's great. Yeah.
Yeah?
It's been crazy few years since the book came out, but
No kidding.
having lots of fun and helping lots of people.
I guess so. What are you doing now? Obviously, your book, which, by the way, was I hadn't read a book probably in 2 years before that. Read your book, and I haven't read a book since. It might be a compliment, or I might be lazy, but I'm just saying. But what an incredible book, and what a great story you have to share with people in as far as helping others now in your situation.
You know, I just need to get some stuff off my chest, and tried to be as honest as I could and open as I could. And the book, I didn't want it to be a Jose Canseco book where I'm throwing my teammates under the bus and all that. You know, the story was about me and some of the struggles that I had during life and how I got through it all, and how important it is now to give back and help other people that have gone through similar stuff.
You know what I always wanted to ask you after the Sheldon Kennedy stuff happened, and then there was a long break of silence, and then you came out. Mm-hmm. In that time frame, and it's not, I don't really care why you waited. Mm-hmm. It must have eaten you up for the however many years between Sheldon coming out and then you saying, "Yeah, dude, that happened to me too."
Well, I was so drunk, bacon, wasted. I don't think that was I wasn't thinking about that.
Really?
Yeah,
You're skating so good too.
Did you ever play wasted? Did you ever play drunk? Did you ever go to a game?
No, I never went to a game. No.
Practice?
Oh yeah, lots of practices. Yeah,
hungover?
Sure. Hungover, yeah, and in
still
pretty bad shape. So
I've done lots of shows like that here.
It's a little different though. In fact, we don't have men beating the piss out of us. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, and I really wanted my opportunity to come forward to have the biggest impact. And if I was still, doing the stuff that I was doing, I don't think it would have had the same impact that it had. So
you stopped the other stuff, making sure that people took you more seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting.
Because first of all, I needed to get sober first, right? And and then once that happened and got some good sobriety under my belt and some good time, then I thought, it'd be a great time to write a book. And like I said, I couldn't even imagine that the book would have had the success that it did. But like I said, at the end of the day, we're actually saving lives, and that's really kind of cool.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
So,
well, think about that. Think about it. A life is a terrible thing to waste. It really, really is. Especially when you weren't responsible for the pain that you've gone through. Mm-hmm. So when you get a chance to get around and talk to the people that maybe have gone through something similar, what's the reaction that you get from people? Or they must be so thankful that they have someone who's got the profile you have that's using it to do good things.
Well, it's amazing how many confessions I get after, a book signing or a speaking engagement, or, guys coming up and saying, barely able to get the words out, but, me too, so, and, the stats don't lie, 1 in 3 girls, 1 in 6 boys, by the time they're 18 years old, have been sexually molested. So 2 out of every 9 people.
Yeah.
Not only that, there's 750,000 pedophiles online every single day.
Are you serious?
Every day. And they're not looking at real estate, right? They're looking at the most despicable, horrible pictures you've ever seen in your life. So, and I've seen a huge shift and a huge change already in the short time that I've been around the subject, right? People are starting to talk about it. And you guys are more than open to, talk about what's going on here. So, and it's just about educating people. That's it. Because people don't know about this, but they do.
It's an ugly topic.
And I guess
people are afraid, right?
Yeah, and one of the things, do you tell these victims or people you meet that if they ever hear of this or talk about it, is you need to tell people, disclose what's going on. The earlier the better, I would imagine. I'm just asking.
And the thing is that everybody who this happens to thinks that they're the only person in the world that this has happened to.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, no, it's the biggest epidemic we have on the planet. You know, and you know, when you throw that stat out, and then you see the mental health stat, 1 in 5 people suffer from mental illness. So I guarantee that one person has been sexually abused. It's just, you know, it's just the way that it is. And what I've discovered now is I think the core of every issue and every problem we have in society starts with some sort of abuse. And then you pick your poison as to how you want to deal with it the rest of your life until you can get that point where you can get honest with yourself and find the help you need and move on in life. But, you know, there's so many people that commit suicide because they
Can't deal.
see there's no way out.
They feel
right?
trapped.
Yeah, they feel trapped. So, you know, what we're trying to say is no, you know, I've been there. I've experienced what you've experienced, and I was able to find the help that I needed. And you know what? I have the greatest life you can possibly imagine today because to me, my life is all about helping people.
Yeah.
And once you grasp onto that concept, man, you know, the world just opens up for you.
What an amazing perspective to have to go through what you've gone through. I mean, there's been wonderful things in your life too. You know, between family and professional hockey, and then the notoriety that you've achieved, and the fame, and the adulation from the people when you scored that goal against Vancouver, which super pissed me off.
What a celebration too.
Well, you know, and not only that, I'm a Paris figure skater as well.
There you go.
Can you stick around for a second? We'll talk about Theo Fleury, our guest, everybody. A true inspiration, a good guy, too. He's got a genuine smile. We'll talk to him next about Battle of the Blades. He says, you know, I should be skating. That's what he just said to us a couple of things.
Off air, yeah. Because he's judging now, for those who don't know. Yeah,
and if you know anything about Theo, and we've known him now for approximately 10 minutes, he doesn't judge anybody.
Oh, merciful God, why? Why now? Head for the hills. This is the Dean Blundell Show on 102.1 The Edge.
Our guest, now a judge with Battle of the Blades and former Calgary Flame, most notably Calgary Flame. He had some good years in a couple of other markets too. But Theo Fleury, everybody, our guest again. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for sticking around.
Yeah, no problem.
So the Battle of the Blades, your second time on it, but this is your first time judging. How do you like it?
I prefer skating.
Yeah.
Just, you know, because I have a couple of my teammates that I played with tonight, it doesn't come down to
Who you going to pick?
Yeah.
Why?
So,
Who's on the bottom of the barrel? Is Kale at the
I
bottom?
don't
of the
know.
barrel?
Like, I don't know
Yeah.
at this point, but I'm just saying, you know, that would be difficult to.
You don't want to see them go.
No.
And you can't be biased.
Well, you know what? It's such a huge commitment, and you know, you're really putting yourself out there.
Mm-hmm.
You really are. You know, and you know, you just hate to see guys leave the show. You know, because we all love it. Like once we do it and we talk about it, we all love doing the show.
That's what I was going to ask you, because I think a lot of people would think, oh, well, these guys are doing it for charity. They're nice guys. They're all rich. Who cares? You know, they're just bored or whatever. But really, every guy that we've had in here loves it. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely loves it.
I tell you, it was probably the top 10 thing I've done in my life. Really,
Wow.
at the end of the day, and when I was sitting there watching the pairs, I really missed skating and performing. Like, there's, you know, because when you leave the game, you know, and I've said this many times, the thing we miss is that physical competition.
Yeah.
Right? You know, now you just got to go beat up your banker, right? You know,
So you don't play squash? I guess you don't play squash.
it's hard, you know, it's really hard to find that
Yeah.
pure competition. So
Yeah.
when Battle of the Blades came on, you know, it was like, you know, like Sunday nights for the show. It's like game day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you
There's
have
adrenaline rush and the nervous energy and all that stuff.
You got to put on your unitard.
And your rhinestones.
your rubber suit, you know. So. But yeah, you know, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It really is.
It looks like it. You know, it would be cool because you guys lived lives that Canadian young men dream about, right? You know, getting on a plane, winning the Stanley Cup. I think you won it in your rookie year, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, a great picture of you sleeping with the cup too in your bed. It was great.
And the line underneath was good too.
What's that? I can't
Best thing I ever slept with.
Well, it didn't talk back.
remember. You don't have to pay an alimony too.
Except a lot of people sip from it before.
That's right.
Yeah,
that was great.
Maybe the cup was a whore. The cup was a whore.
Cup's a whore.
But it was amazing because you live this life as a young kid. And you know, I grew up scoring a Stanley Cup winning goal. I grew up winning in Game 6 on my driveway. We all do. So you live this life, and then boom, you decide to hang them up. You got to look for something to be competitive at next, right?
Yeah,
so what
absolutely.
is it in your life other than when you did Battle Blades? What do you do now? Like how do you get your energy out?
Well, it's the cause, right? It's
Yeah.
my cause, right? Every second, every moment of my life now is trying to reach out to that next person that's struggling and say, hey, I'm here to help, and whatever I can do to help you, I'm here for you. So that's that's what it's all about. Really,
But it's amazing, man. And,
So-
and you said earlier with this platform you have, and with the person you are so well known that. I mean, I'm sure it allows so many people to come clean with their demons, and and it takes someone of your stature to do that, to allow people like that. So really, it's awesome that you're doing
thank
that.
you. Yeah. And when you come to that realization, and I think everybody should, and life is complicated. We make life way too complicated, and it's very simple: work hard and give back. You do those two things, everything else takes care of itself. It really does, and that's all I've done. I've worked really hard on getting my life back together, and now that it's together, help people, and it's amazing.
Well, and the other thing is too is that you said all the stories. I remember you read a story about either you bought someone's Porsche cash just because you had the
It was
money.
Brian Berard's, and he's in the show.
What did you do that one day? You came back and it was a great story. If you could tell it real quick.
I had a great night at the casino. And,
How much is a great night though?
couple $100,000. I won.
That is a really good night.
Did you
What'd you
ask
start
for it in
with?
20s? Did you ask for it
No,
in
hundreds.
50s? Yes.
Yeah, stacks of 10,000, right?
That's so gangster, man. That's so cool.
You must have been wearing cargo pants to carry all that.
No, it was in a brown paper bag. That was it.
Was it really?
Yeah. And a couple security guards walk you out and get you in the car. But
What were you playing?
blackjack.
A couple $100,000
Oh, blackjack.
Were they crapping themselves when you left the table? They didn't care.
No.
They're happy.
That's why Vegas is built. Because
Yeah.
everybody's winning.
Did you?
Oh, we'll have them back.
So you win a couple $100,000.
Yeah. And was talking to Brian after practice. He says, hey, I'm going to sell my Porsche. I'm like, how much you want for it? He said, $50,000. I said, here, I'll be right back.
He was in the car.
That's an easy deal. If he had known how much money he had, he would have said 70.
I meant 100.
But you know what? That's a perfect example of the insanity of the disease of alcoholism and drug addiction and abuse. Is I used to have a saying, it hasn't gotten weird enough for me yet, right? And that was the truth. It was just crazy.
And at some point, though, you said that drugs and alcohol just stopped working.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, you were at a good point.
You beat
man.
it.
Yeah.
You beat
Well,
it.
when it takes you 4 days to get to the buzz that you like, right?
It was 4 days. It took you 4 days to get to where you needed to be.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah, crazy stuff.
It is crazy, but
But
you know
I'm,
what?
you're
Especially because you're
Yeah.
a little guy.
I know. You think you'd be done after a shot of Crantini or something?
Oh, no. God, no. No, I sank many a good man, zipped them up and put them in body bags and sent them home.
As you should. And you know what? Those stories translate into the life that you lead and the effect you have on people today. So obviously you're thankful for it. Man, I'm thankful you came. It was a great life pleasure to meet you.
Yeah,
thank you very much for coming.
Appreciate you having me on. So.
Anytime, please come back. We'd be happy to share your
watch
message.
out for the country music album. We're
When?
working on it. Hopefully next year. Yeah. So we got 12 songs written and 2 recorded. So we're just kind of plugging along.
Was one of them you played on Battle
Yeah.
Blades
Yeah,
last year?
and we played it here.
We played
did
it
you?
here.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Yeah,
Did
we
you
played
like it?
It was great. You could
Yeah.
sing your balls off,
Yeah,
dude.
it was
But did you lose that one when was that the one you got kicked off the show? No, okay.
The week after.
Okay, I was going to say
Oh,
a few.
so it wasn't as a result of
Did
the
my
song.
very best John Travolta impression.
What was that?
Staying Alive. That's what I skated to.
Oh, did you really? I didn't know that. I don't think I
And I
watched
caught
that.
a toe pick in the I was in the bottom two that week. I caught a toe pick right at the end, and
Yeah. It's always a hazard when you're wearing lady skates.
Lady skates.
Did the onesie snap on the fall?
no, it was good.
The tiara got
Theo Fleury, our guest, Battle the Blades. Watch it tonight, CBC. What time again? 8 o'clock, CBC tonight. Battle Blades, the elimination night. Theo's a judge. And you know what? You got a website, too?
Yes, THEOFLEURY14.com. So,
Anything on Twitter?
yes, at THEOFLEURY14.
Okay.
And Facebook, too.
Okay, check out Theo Fleury. And if you know what, he's the kind of guy, I'm sure if you reach out to him in some of that social networking stuff and you got some issues, he's the kind of guy that'll get back to you, and I know that. So
Yeah, just, even go to the website and fill out the info form, and I try to answer as many people as I can. So
Oh, you're a good man. Keep up the fight. If you need some help with it, we're here for you.
appreciate that.
Theo Fleury, everybody.
The Dean Blundell Show on the Edge.